You're not stuck because you can't grow. You're stuck because part of you is scared to. Outside, you're doing everything right. But inside, there's this tension you can't explain. And you already know that this isn't about effort. You've tried effort. And you've hit some goals, but now revenue's stuck. Not failing or falling apart, just not growing. This isn't a strategy problem, it's a belief problem. In this video, I'm walking you through 3 hidden money blocks that show up not despite, but because you've already hit a certain level of success. All 3 of these blocks create the same outcome. You stop receiving at the level you're capable of. Clear these, and you start growing without pushing harder or sacrificing your soul and freedom. This is the part of the work I love, helping you shift the beliefs that you can feel but can't see. And it's the core of the work I do inside Evolve with my clients. Let's start with the one that hides inside what you imagine as success. It's subtle and it's expensive. So here's what I see with my clients all the time. When your nervous system equates growth with loss of time, calm, or control, you will unconsciously hold yourself back. Your subconscious hears more and thinks threat. This conflict creates the weirdest behaviors. So you're not exactly avoiding tasks, but you're avoiding the feeling you think success will bring. So tell me if this sounds familiar. You delay follow-ups, even though you know that's where your next client is waiting. Maybe you tweak the offer again and again and again instead of selling. One of my clients was doing this all the time. Or you say that you want 10 new clients and then you feel secretly relieved when 2 of them ghost you. Why? Because part of you thinks that more clients equals more pressure. The belief is that success equals overwhelm. And from that place, even your next logical step feels heavy. Every opportunity feels like a potential cost. I see this all the time. But it's not more that's heavy, it's the stories you've attached to it. Like, big months mean big burnout. Or if I grow, I lose my evenings. You know that feeling. So let's fix that. First, identify and name the story. Say it out loud and be brutal. For example, my current story is more equals chaos. That one sentence moves it from the invisible into your conscious awareness. And what you're aware of, you can then change. Then you want your mind to rehearse the expansion. So close your eyes for 60 seconds. Rehearse receiving more while your body is calm. It's not about imagining sipping cocktails by the pool. It's seeing your calendar breathing and feeling relaxed, spacious, and regulated while money flows in. Hear yourself say, I'm surprised at how well I can hold this. What you're doing is training safety. You're teaching your body a new truth that more doesn't cost you freedom. It gives it back. In your head, that's obvious, but emotionally, it doesn't feel like it, right? Most women, even at this stage, have this disconnect between these two without realizing it. Next, you want to write down your expansion claim. So something like, I expand while staying grounded, or whatever version resonates with you. Keep it short and true. That becomes your anchor for the week. Every time opportunity shows up, you say the claim. Then choose one small aligned yes. Not 10, not a total reinvention, just one. You're teaching your body that this expansion does not cost your center or your peace. You're removing the perceived danger. Do this daily for a week. This is where my clients finally stop fighting themselves and the growth they've been chasing just happens because you're finally safe to scale. So that's overflow fear cleared. Next, the boundary leak. Because if your energy is still leaking out sideways, even calm growth will slow. If overflow fear is the brakes, boundary leak is the drip. You're losing energy through clients you actually like and inside an offer you actually chose. It's what you believe you owe. Like, I have to overdeliver to prove it's worth it or that I'm worth it. Or if I say no, they'll leave. Or they're paying a lot, so I owe them everything. And from that energy, you discount, you give more, you reply at midnight, telling yourself that it's just this once, even though it never is. And you bend into all sorts of shapes. until it breaks, right? And that's when you start feeling resentment. Boundaries are not about being cold. They're about being clear. And clear feels good for both of you. They create respect. They protect your energy so that you can show up at your best. So we shift the belief to clear boundaries, create respect. And here's how you can easily apply this, starting right now. So first, define your boundaries. You want to define your scope and your access, and say them clearly and early. This is what I deliver. This is when and how I support you. This is how we work best. Not as a warning, but as a standard. These boundaries are how I help you win. And when you believe that, your tone changes and people feel it and match it. People appreciate this more than you'd think. Now, when someone asks for extras, your nervous system might want to rush in and say, yes, of course we can do that. So instead, use this. Let me suggest the best solution for that. This gives you space to respond, not react. And then you decide, is it an add-on, an upgrade, or just a no? And that's not harsh, it's just clear. You also want to have 2 to 3 clean phrases that you can say without apology when, say, a client texts you at 10 p.m. So you reply with, here's what's included, here's what supports your goal, and here's what we're not doing. For example, I saw this come through and I will get back to you during business hours tomorrow. Thank you for your patience. You're not defending, you're not trying to please or to prove, you're leading. And the right clients feel that and respect it more. This part really surprises women every time. Next block is fixer identity limit. You didn't get here by winging it, right? You got here by taking full responsibility, by figuring it out. The late night Googling, the constant fixing, the I'll do it myself energy. And that version of you, yes, she got results, but she also got tired. And now she's slowing you down. You've outgrown her, but you're still loyal to that version of you who's exhausted. You think, if I don't do it myself, it won't get done right. Or investing in support might be risky, or I should be able to handle this. So you end up overfunctioning, under-supported, and hitting limits you know you're smart enough to break through. The belief shift that will move you forward from here is that the version of you who built your business cannot be the same version who scales it. When you trust the right support, you get your time back to do what only you can do. And if fear shows up around that, good. That means you're at the edge of the old self. So again, name it out loud cleanly. My current story is spending to save time is unsafe. And then run a micro test. Pick one low-stakes support and get it for 7 days. Track how many hours you get back from that. You're not gambling. You're gathering evidence that the new identity works. Trusting someone with your business isn't just delegation, it's a belief that says, my job is to create this vision and the support protect the vision. And the moment you embody that, you stop holding on to control. Space opens, and that space is where you grow. So here's how to take all this and start applying it in real life. Pick the loudest block and run 1 tool a day for 7 days. No perfection, just repetition. So again, the overflow fear. You say you want more, but part of you still believes it'll break you. Your job this week is to rewire that. So run the expansion rehearsal daily and your belief upgrade. From more equals chaos to more is freedom and I can hold it. This is usually the one women want to feel the fastest. The boundary leak. Speak and practice your non-negotiables to stop your energy leaking into things you didn't agree to. Move from I have to deliver to prove myself to clear boundaries, create deeper respect. You'll probably only have to work with this one very briefly to see the shift. And for the fixer identity, test getting support for 7 days and remind yourself of the shift from letting go is risky to letting go is how I scale. All of these come back to one thing. These are belief systems, and belief systems run everything. You don't scale by pushing harder. You scale by clearing out old beliefs and upgrading the identity that makes space for receiving more. If these blocks resonate, it means that you are at a point where surface mindset won't move you anymore. And this is exactly the work we do inside Evolve. The link is in the description. And if this helped, please hit like and subscribe so I can get more of this work in front of the women who need it. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can do anything, and I'll see you next time. Bye.